This week on Twende, we are going east. Sio Eastlands, far east.
Hey.
To Malaysia, to make new friends.
Selamat pagi.
After daring at home, tumeamua hata sisi tunaweza enda abroad. I get to visit an enchanted forest. Climb a mountain without breaking a sweat. We will explore caves, explore the cities, sample local food.
Yeah.
I get to visit Borneo.
Kukam kwa rainforest ni kutembea kwa rainforest, ku experience rain inside the forest.
I also get to teach the locals a new dance style.
Guys, today we are going on a trip, on a very special trip. We're actually catching a flight. But it's the same day that I'm finishing this wonderful production called Mboya. So we are really cutting it, yani tight kabisa. Umeona hiyo, nimerhyme flight na tight. But just to get a glimpse, this is where I'm going to be coming out from. Ndio nikuje nikimbie niingie ndege tuwapatie story kali.
As it would turn out, juu hatujazoea kupanda ndege. Wacha kunyeshe.
I don't know kama hii ni God amesema lazima tukachi flight, but this is unfortunate, but we shall revisit.
That was my cue to hit the road. Nikafika JKA. Leo hakuna panda ndege kwa tarmac. Tunatumia loading bridge bwana. There are no visa requirements for Kenyan passport holders. All you need is your Kenyan passport and yellow fever. The vaccination certificate. Sio ugonjwa. Next time nashuka niko Malaysia, thanks to this Air Asia direct flight from Nairobi to Kuala Lumpur.
Your live is Sunday or next to your seat.
Sasa kuna wale mnauliza, kwani mmemaliza Kenya ndio muende huko ngambo? Ukweli ni, kama unangoja tumaliza Kenya, utangoja. There is a local saying that goes, if you only eat your mother's food, you might end up thinking that she is the best cook in the world. So eat out sometimes. Wacha tuseme, tumeenda benchmarking. On my maiden trip, I join a group of other Kenyans as we go out to spy out the land. The flight takes about 8 hours and is shorter than the time it takes you from Nairobi to Malindi by bus. Hakuna kusimama popote kubadilisha ndege. Unaingia Nairobi, unashuka Malaysia. Hakuna detours or connections. Hakuna locals wa kudance. Na vile sisi wanga tunajitahidi huku nyumbani. Najua wengi wenyu mnaomba akijora usiende kutuaibisha huko nje. And all I can say to you is, si mungesema mapema. Too late. What do you expect? Sijazoea hizi vitu. Nani hii airport iko na treadmill? Okay, niliambiwa inaitwa moving walkway. It was introduced in the world in 1893. Benchmarking imeanza. After clearing with immigration, now we can explore the Far East. Juu hapa ni Twende, we will not start with the obvious. Na juu wengi wenyu mnajua Kuala Lumpur, wacha tuwapeleke mahali pengine. Mahali hamjawahi sikia, Langkawi. So back to the loading bridge and we are on Air Asia flight to the Malaysian islands near Thailand, Langkawi. For a small airport, kuna vile kameweza. We have lost 5 hours traveling east and the darkness quickly catches up with us.
Tulitoka usiku, tumeland huku usiku. Though at Kuala Lumpur it was, what was it? It was in the afternoon. Yeah. So in my head, I feel like bado tuko JKIA. Salamat Panta.
Selamat datang.
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 Good evening.
Selamat, oh, okay, good evening is selamat petang.
Oh, Salamat Panta.
Petang. P-E.
Panta.
Petang.
Salamat Panta.
Petang.
Petang. And then saying thank you is terima kasih.
Correct.
Hey, unasikia.
Before we can get on with exploring the island, tukule kwanza. Because it is surrounded by an ocean, there are all kinds of seafood. Nafikiri hii ndio misheveve yao. Langkawi is made up of 60% forest, and despite it being dark, there's a special forest tour that only happens under the cover of darkness.
Just been told that we'll be getting to hear some stories about the legends and the myths hapa Langkawi. So, nimetoka stage kuongea juu ya legend na myth. Na sai nimekuja kuona play. Hopefully hapa hakutanyesha vile kulinyesha huko.
This is especially of interest to me since it is an experience I have never had.
Hii sasa ndio experience ya Dream Forest Langkawi. Na tuko na subtitles zetu hapa. Zenyu zinakuanga wapi kwa TV? Zetu tumezishika kwa simu.
Because Mambangsari was from the fairy kingdom, the world was invisible to mortals like Madeja.
Oh dear!
The forest floor lights up with these artificial light plants. The laser lights make the trees appear alive and moving. Special projections and sound effects make mythical creatures appear in between the trees. This 3D room creates an awesome experience. It tells the mythical story about the origin of the island in a theatrical way.
This immersive night attraction, the Dream Forest hapa Langkawi, has been an absolute breathtaking experience I will never forget. Yani, ase wako na multimedia, wako na projection, wako na screenings. Unaona vile wametengeneza hizi vitu. Zingine zina dance, zingine zina change color. How they have brought this story to life is absolutely amazing. Na imenifanya ni look forward to, something like this back home. Kuna imagine tukifanya story ya Simbi Nyaima, story ya Silale, story ya Tomboya, story ya, yani all 42 tribes, all plus 42 tribes have folklores, more than one. Can you imagine if we brought all this to life and we have a big enough country? So this is the perfect way of me getting to know the background of at least some history about this place. I feel like a child.
Jana ilikuwa ngumu kuona msitu juu tulikuwa kwa giza. We are heading to the tourist spot called Oriental Village. Langkawi has many forests and hills. And kama kawaida, hapa Twende, lazima tuguze mlima. The roads are really good and it is easy to move around. We get to our destination and get a welcome from a familiar friend. Lakini hawa, wanakaa wamevaa makeup kidogo. Unaonaje?
Tunaenda pale. Unaona huko? This is mato unaona vile tumevaa. Atu hike. Kini kama check vile tunaenda. In style man. Unajua tunafanyanga kazi ya hardship. Leo wacha tu experience Malaysia vizuri. Salama pangi.
Salama pangi.
Yeah.
Asanti ni terima kasih. Terima kasih. Wacha to test, come to test. Selamat pagi. Selamat pagi. The tourist village at the foot of the mountain is made in a way that welcomes visitors. It has been turned into a well-organized tourist spot. Most of the visitors are here to climb the 780-meter Machinkan Range. Kupanda milima ndio ngome yetu hapa Twende, but today we cannot show off our prowess, as everyone can easily climb this mountain. The cable cars don't stop for the passengers. They are light and board while it is on the move.
Nimeona ile kitu tunaweza export to Malaysia. Kwanza hapa Langkawi. Unaona vile watu wanachukua muda kuingia gari. Tungekuwa na ule mswa ule wa kugonga ile. Unagonga hivi tu window unaambia shuka. Si ingeharakisha vitu ama unawaja? Ingeharakisha vitu bana.
Back home, I have visited many forests but never had a view like this. Sisi tunaamua hatutapanda ile ya glass, tunapanda hii ya cage. Tunapambana na upepo lakini picha ni safi.
I've never been on a drone Selena shoot. So I imagine this is what it would be like. Chani show.
Sio kila siku ni kuteseka. Ya hata Jimmy Gate alisema kuteseka ni kwa muda.
Kawaida Twende Suanga tunapenda kuhike. But si ati inakuanga painless. Actually we have to nurse our wounds after the hike. Kai hii tungekuwa tuna hike kawaida bado tungekuwa pale. Wapi? Tungekuwa side gani? Not even a kilometer in. But luckily, same technology. And the good thing about this is if hiking usually is for able-bodied people, but for whatever reason, if you're not able to hike, a facility like this would be perfect. So can you imagine the number of people who would be able to experience? Na si lazima ukuwe disabled. Unaweza kuwa mzee, maybe uko na pacemaker, maybe tuko na health condition yenye haita kuruhusu ati utembea uhike. This will be perfect. Ama unaonaje? Yeah.
After a few minutes tunafika juu. A 600-meter climb ingeniwacha nikihema, lakini I still have my energy. Hey, wewe, tuko na clouds.
Nasikia ukitaka kunywa maji poa unachota hii cloud. Ni ukweli.
At the top of the range, there are guardrails and wide walkways to safely accommodate the many visitors. The thrill doesn't end there though. There is an even better view. On top of the range is a walkway designed like an eagle's nest.
Kama unaogopa heights hapa si place yako. But unaweza kuja kukonka. Hey. It's actually well, I'm not afraid of heights. But if you see kitu umezoea kama binadamu, we are over 200 meters from the ground.
I'm not scared of heights.
Hata ukiangalia chini?
Yeah.
No matter how long uangalia, utastuka?
No.
Hata hivyo? Okay.
Sijui.
Do you think something like this would be beneficial pali tuko?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course it
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
Lakini sasa hapo kwa implementation,
Yeah.
ndio tuko na changamoto.
Changamoto.
Lakini we would definitely love to have things.
Yeah.
You know, the problem is where we come from, hakuna vitu nyingi za kuuza. Here they have a lot of things to sell. From the sky cable, from the beaches. Sisi we only rely on the beach and the wildlife. That's the problem.
It's very interesting you should say that because of this show, I've come to see that Kenya actually has more than this to sell.
We do.
We
just don't.
Exactly. We don't have hizo facilities and the accessibility to those places. But we have breathtaking views, more than the beaches, more than the wildlife. So,
even the forest, even our forest,
exactly.
Our mangroves, our rainforest. We have an array of things and our history also.
My first time go to the cable car, but this one is a new attraction. So just open. So that's why it's something new. This is my first time that I came for enjoying this grass walking.
You've never stepped on this before.
Yes.
Are you afraid of heights?
Of course. Yes, my dear. I'm
very afraid of heights.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God. Happy.
But the adventure isn't over. Bado, mambo bado. There's still another attraction. For those who really like to hike, there is a special treat that you have to sweat for.
Now, this is familiar territory. Hii kuhike, kushuka, hii najua hii. Hii ni familia, hii ni home away from home.
This is a sky bridge. The deck is 660 meters. That is 2,170 feet above sea level at the peak of Gunung Mat Singkang. It is an amazing end at the top of this ridge. To Kishuka, there is another view of the falls below, which I don't get to see. If you are afraid of heights, there's still something for you at the Langkawi 3D Art Museum at the foot of the mountain. For some people, museums feel like places with relics and fossils. Mahali watu wazee wanapenda kutembea. However, this is a modern era museum and there's a lot of exciting stuff. The highlight of the visit is a laser show that brings the art on the wall to life. Kusema kweli hii museum ni kuisha. Next, we are on a boat going for lunch in the mangrove forest.
I think I already know what I like and what I don't like. But as you said, hapa tunajaribu kila kitu. Wahenga walisema mnywa chai hajidai. Na kijidai anakunywa chai ya Malay. Uone hiyo kala. The taste at first will, kama umezoea chai ya Kenya, at first itaku throw off. Lakini ukipatia chance, iko poa.
The weather is inclement, lakini ukikumbuka how far we have come, a little rain will not stop us. The mangroves of Langkawi are unique in the sense that they are found on shallow limestone substrata. Najua wengi mmepotea. Hata mimi nimepotea, ni kusoma tu nasoma. Yaani unaona Mawe Meru hapo Kaloleni. Unaona pia Manda Island in Lamu. Sasa combine both locations and you get the Langkawi mangrove experience. mangrove forests on limestone rocks. In Kenya, we have 9 mangrove species. Langkawi has 55. Within the forest also live these monkeys. They are the crab-eating macaque. They may look cute, but there's a reason why the locals call them the mafia monkeys. Ukikaka hivi umezubazuba, wanakuibia di chakula. The mangrove tour also involves going through this cave called the Crocodile Cave. Hakuna mamba, ni jina tu ya cave. We also get to see the creature that gives this island its name, Langkawi. This is Lang, eagle in Malay. Kawi is the brown rock that covers the island. That is how you get Langkawi. This raptor is easy to spot in the mangroves. Then you get to see a gorilla. Yes, a gorilla in East Asia. Si huu mlima unakaa kama gorilla ama kuna mtu alileta jabo huku. Anyway, the locals call this Gorilla Mountain. There is no way tunaweza kuja mahali kuna ocean na tusiogelee.
It's time to swim.
The beaches here are clean and the water is clear. On this lonely beach in Far East Asia, I can confidently say with 99.9% accuracy that I am the first person from my village to swim in these waters. When the rest of the group realize I haven't been eaten, they also get into the water.
If you're looking for a destination, a place to enjoy yourself outside the country, kuna mali inaitwa Malaysia.
Being Kenyans, racing is in our blood. Amaje. I was the first Kenyan to win this Langkawi swimming race. There's a lot more to see in Langkawi, like this massive eagle at the public square.
Oh, look at that.
Next week, we go to KL, Kuala Lumpur.
Kuna snow. Lakini si baridi.
Hapa kuna hike kweli. I get up close to the famous Petronas Towers.